for the sake of.
Hi! Hi,
Oh.
guys! Welcome to Tequila!
Does it work? Do I have to
Yeah, I mean,
refresh the YouTube?
it should be online.
It says
Remember
live
that there
stream.
is a delay, so...
Oh, I see. That does make sense. I'm just looking at that YouTube. We're figuring this shit out. It looks like it's going.
Come on.
There it is.
Wait, you can see it? Because I don't see it.
It just started.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm gonna mute this shit because this is annoying.
Yeah, 10-second delay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's try to. Okay, can we push this to everyone's watching us on YouTube? Whoever is like 2 people
One
watching
person
us.
watching now, and it's Dan. It doesn't tell me.
Then we're gonna figure out how to do this YouTube live shit because we can't figure out Facebook Live with multiple people.
Dan,
Okay,
are you logged into the Tequila, whatchamacallit account? The Tequila Gmail
Facebook?
account?
Yeah, hold on.
Because
I'm
you
posting.
should go to the control room. There's like a live control room button on the broadcast, and you can sort of fiddle with settings there. I'm going to be looking at that instead of the narcissism page.
Hold on, I'm posting this on Facebook right now.
Oh, yeah, I already shared on my own.
Oh, you did?
I think. Bet you better share. Oh, fuck, it didn't.
Okay, well, share this one. Publish. This is like the most boring video that people are ever gonna watch ever. At least like going this far back.
I refuse to introduce myself.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna share this to my Facebook page, my personal one. I'm gonna share it to our Twitter, and then I'm going to. Yes, I'm gonna go like yours. I'm gonna post it myself.
Wait, did you see me post it on my Facebook? Because
Yeah.
it didn't show up on mine.
Yeah. I saw you post it. I just liked it. How do I like this as me?
Wait, I want to share it to my timeline. What the fuck? I like how this is live. Like, people are seeing us squabbling over how the fuck to share a podcast.
You have to do posting as and then share on a page you manage. No, you have to click share on your own timeline.
People didn't come for professionalism, so.
You want polish and, like, people making sense? Go somewhere else.
Go to Pew Pew Die. Or what.
Oh, God. Yeah. PewDiePie.
You saw that about him this past week? What was going on with
No. What happened?
that? He said if he reached 50 million subscribers, he would delete his channel. And he did, but he deleted an alternate channel, not his main channel today. So he basically just trolled everybody for more subscribes. So, brilliant, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, there we go. I shared it to my own fucking timeline. I like how the image is me fiddling with my hair. Like, that's the fucking sample image for the podcast video.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I'm writing an elaborate post.
Oh, good for you.
Eric, you should do it too.
Please don't.
I don't think I've, like, advertised in any way that I do this for the past, like, whatever, many weeks. Not intentional. Like, I just don't do
Yeah, I
do
mean,
that. I leave it up to you. Like, yeah.
I mean you mean Dan.
Yeah.
I don't have the commitment and the desire to.
I'm not trying to.
Shit on Facebook.
I'm not trying to grow my base. I don't know.
I've been around too many people that are part of like vector marketing or pseudo pyramid scheme strategies where they essentially turn their entire social group into a potential customer base.
Yeah.
And I'm just scared of being that guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I have anything to sell anyway, but like.
Sell yourself, man. Prostitute your personality.
What?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Burke, your mic sounds like super far away from you.
Oh, yeah, that's because I sat up, but my mic is on the couch.
Oh, okay.
Better?
Yes. Okay, fuck it. I've done all the promoting I need to, except for on Twitter. Hold on.
Can't forget about Twitter.
Of course not.
Primary stream. The current frame rate is too high. Please set the frame rate to 30 frames per second or less. Well, how the fuck do I set that?
We should start here in a few minutes. I don't care if no one's watching.
One viewer.
It's me, dude.
Dan.
Man.
That's why hey, close the video. I want an actual accurate viewer count.
Okay.
Just add +1. You're -1.
Oh, God damn it.
I wonder if it's like a fuzzing thing, though, where it's not going to show you.
This is going to be so great. I mean, this posts to our YouTube page once we're done, right? Like
yeah, the whole thing.
So now we have a YouTube page?
We've had a YouTube page. I just couldn't figure it out.
Oh, shit.
I tried to do this a long time ago, and Burke was better at figuring it out than me. Okay, so let's talk about what we want to talk about. So let me pull up my my Pinterest here. I had a really great kind of lineup for us. So Burke, first and foremost,
girls.
Oh, no, I didn't mean Pinterest. I meant Pocket, which is also feminine sounding, but not necessarily for girls. I didn't want to save my Pinterest page. I wanted to open Pocket.
Have you seen my Pocket Boys? If you know what I mean.
All right. We're so delighted to have you.
I love Pocket all the time.
Yeah, I love putting things in a pocket. I love taking things back out of the pocket and then putting them in, then putting them out, then putting them in, then putting them out.
All right.
Don't get me started on my back pocket. Also really good.
It would, man. Sell that back pocket for money.
Okay, so first and foremost, I wanted to kind of play softball and talk about your Pixel experience, Burke.
Well, no, before that, why don't we do a proper intro for the Zencastr?
Well, duh, but I'm saying I'm trying to get everything outlined before we start.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
do we have like a collaborative doc to write all this down on?
No, but I can throw it all in the Zencastr chat or the Hangouts chat, whichever would be preferred.
Yeah, it works.
So Pixel, and then I wanted to transition into the AT&T thing, the hearing that they had this week, specifically just to talk about the general topic of zero rating and net neutrality and how angry we are. So I'll write that down. Let me put zero rating.
Can we
AT&T.
talk about Pebble?
Hearings. Sure. Let's make that brief though, because I don't really like Pebble. It's sad, but like none of us really have one.
I guess no. I just want to ask the question, like, what do we like? What would make us have a wearable? Sorry, like what would
just like the topic of wearables in general?
I guess so. Yeah, a little bit. Like zoom out a little bit.
Okay, I'll put Pebble/wearables.
Yeah. Like, do any of you own one?
I used to, and Dan owns it now.
No, I sold it. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. So we have daisy chained the same Moto 360 between the two of us, and then off to someone else.
Well, there you go. There's a great story right there.
Can we talk about selling my motorcycle too? Because that was a tragic event in my life.
Do we have to talk about motorcycles again?
All right, fuck it, fine.
Well, Burke is back, so
yeah, I did. My podcast, my rules. Not really. I don't want to have that burden on me.
Okay, should I link articles to you guys about this stuff as well?
What?
Should I link articles to you guys about this stuff as well?
Not really. I mean, I'm not going to read them.
Okay, one of the things that you might need an article for, and this is kind of like a capstone topic, like a final topic, is so Google's AI is machine learning is able to go through photos and identify people who are likely to have diabetic retinopathy by looking at photos of their eyes, and basically do early diagnoses. And
Damn.
so I wanted to talk about that to bring up a multitude of topics, one of which being like the ethics, or just like in general, like machines being able to diagnose us, and maybe even like automation of jobs at the same time, because like people are talking about automation of like doctor work through machine learning.
Yeah, sure.
So I wanted that to be kind of like our last topic.
I mean, you know me, my dick gets hard for anything related to machine learning. Machine learning.
Machine learning. I'll link that article just to like skim through, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Google's artificial intelligence can play the ancient game of Go better. Yeah, so the Go thing is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Same breed. So they're using the same thing that like they use in Google Images to kind of like tag them with certain things like dog or like face, blah 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 blah. Whatever. I don't know why I said face. But they're using the same like Google Images algorithm that was awesome to also identify people with this particular disease or like with onset.
I think if the model's the same, it's probably just a matter of training it on a different data set.
Mm-hmm. That's literally all it is. But then the article goes on to mention how this started as a 20% project and it's kind of like potentially going to like blossom into something bigger over time. And it just kind of opens the topic of AI being able to like diagnose, like machine learning and AI being able to diagnose people and what that means in general.
So I just realized that when I click on one of your faces in the Hangout, it forces that to be the YouTube feeds video. And so, Dan, It's been focused on you for quite a while now, and before that it was just focused on Eric and his reactions to things. He was completely silent.
What you can do? You can click on each of us as we're counting down for the shots as well.
Oh, yeah, that would actually be kind of cool. But, okay, so here's the issue. I don't know how to turn it off. Once I've clicked on Dan, I don't know how to go back to voice-activated focus.
Oh.
So that's a bit problematic. Dan, do you have this open in a window too?
Do I have what open? What is this?
The YouTube?
The YouTube? No. I have just Hangouts.
The YouTube?
The YouTubes.
Tubby bitches. Okay, that means someone else is watching. Hello, whoever you are.
I can't believe someone's actually watching. Thank you.
Get out all you can.
Please like, comment, subscribe.
You know what time it is. No, okay, anyway. So does that series of topics sound good? Pixel, zero rating, FCC, Pebble / wearables, and then Google AI, or should we throw in one more? And if we throw in one more, I have one that Burke is going to love. But we don't have to.
Yeah, please do. I like things.
I like things. Okay, check this shit out. I'm just going to link you the article, and I want to hear your like raw reaction to it. Check this motherfucking shit out, son. Boom.
IEEE, huh? E?
That's an awful website name. IEEE.
No, that's the name of the organization. It's International something or other of Electrical Engineering.
There we go. Oh yeah, it is, because it's all about fucking chipsets and shit.
NASA's Dong Il Moon.
Okay, stop making fun of Korean names.
I mean, you can't work at NASA and be named Dong Il Moon.
So shout out to the one person who's watching right now who, I don't know if she wants to be mentioned, but they messaged me on Facebook and said you're welcome. Thank them for watching.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah, so whether you want to be named or not, thank you.
So
I need to figure out this fucking streaming thing eventually. But
is it fucking Lindsay?
No, it's not. It's not.
Let's not out this very loyal and wonderful person. So
out them as if this is like a shameful thing.
Yeah.
To be watching three men drinking alone in their apartments.
Silence. You're right.
Anyway, okay, so do you want to include this topic I sent you, or should we save it for another time? I feel like we can shelf this one if we want. This one's a bit complicated.
Yeah, it's too complicated. It's not something
Especially
that.
if we put it at the end, like we're just going to be totally incoherent.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to end up making fun of the Korean names in here instead of actually presenting.
We just did that sober.
As soon as I saw Dawn getting mean, I'm sober, and I was still like, "That's hilarious." All right, so
Pinterest instead of Pocket. God damn it. But Pocket.com is not the Pocket I wanted.
is it sexual?
No, it's just like some security website.
What?
It's not like the bookmarking service. Anyway,
Okay,
I don't have any other. So who you guys have? Maybe like one more suggestion that we can throw in there.
Daydream. I can talk about Daydream, the Pixel. That's already on there.
That's in the beginning.
Yeah. So I'll sort of loop that all in to one.
Maybe we talk about.
Oh wait! What about the rumor that the S8 might not have a headphone jack? Is that worth mentioning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck yeah. Okay, let's talk. Okay, so let me reorganize things here. Let's go from Pixel to God. I went from working on a Windows today to working on my Mac at home, so I keep using
it's
Control.
horrible, isn't it?
instead of
That's so
Command.
jarring.
I love Windows 10 is great, but I love Mac so much more.
Yeah, man, I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
it's actually horrible because I have the same shitty Razer mechanical keyboard at both my home Windows desktop and my work Mac. And so every single time I end up switching keys and using the wrong hotkeys, and it's terrible.
So we can bring up the fucking headphone jack again, and then we'll transition into the more serious topics later on. So it's progressively more serious. So here's the order I have, and I'm going to send it in the Zencaster.
Zencaster. All right. That's here.
Okay. Oh.
Have you sent it yet, Dan?
It's in Zencaster. Yes.
I only see one article.
Yeah, I see the Wired article.
Oh, whoops. I guess I fucking...
Can we please hurry and start soon?
Hold on.
I'm going to go... Yeah, the beer's wearing off. I need to hurry.
What, are you going to turn into a werewolf or something?
Yeah.
If you don't have a beer.
If he doesn't have an alcohol buzz, he's just going to get like cranky. You wouldn't like me when I'm not on alcohol.
I don't get angry. I just get sad and morose, and I start talking about my depression and shit. Holy shit, 4 viewers. Whoever you are, welcome, and we are shocked that you are here.
We're not like doing the recorded podcast yet. We're just kind of like deliberating on what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Please don't drive our viewers away, Dan. Please don't notice we're getting more people to be like, "Hey, we're not quite ready."
Oh shit, this is live. We're about to get naked and start circle jerking.
Stay tuned, folks.
Ooh, this is good whiskey. I got Japanese whiskey this time. It's
Because
Suntory.
you don't have fucking tequila. Explain why you don't have tequila. Just
I thought I had the good old Jimmy that I had for the last podcast. Yeah, Himador.
The Jimmys.
Yeah, well, I thought I did, and I bought this whiskey as a separate thing just because I like it. And turns out I don't have tequila, so I'm drinking Suntory Whiskey Toki. And for those who haven't watched Lost in Translation, that's actually the brand that Bill Murray does an advertisement for.
Okay, sorry. There's the list in the Zencaster. Thank you very much.
Are you sure, Dan? Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, there we go.
Sweet.
Okay, well, yeah, why don't we do the intro and we can get the show on the road.
Okay. Let me close Pocket.com. Pocket Communications.
You're never going to be able to fucking read that again and not have it sexualized.
Oh, I already, and I don't want it to be, but it was already the case. God damn it. Okay. We good, dog?
Yeah.
You want to do the intro, or should I do it as always?
I'll do it.
Okay. I'll count down, and then
Yeah.
The countdown's for the sake of me cutting it later. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let me pour. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I'm back, bitches!
Oh shit!
Hey everyone, welcome to Techquila, the technology alcoholic podcast, where I, Bert Gerchek, back for the first time in quite a while.
Yay!
Yeah!
Fucking introduce yourselves, Jesus Christ!
Oh, I don't know. You just said we're Bert Gerchek. You just said. Oh, I didn't hear the end. My bad.
God damn it! What a fucking train wreck of an intro.
Well, I'm Daniel Vergara.
I'm Eric Shulkin. Thank God he's back. I can coast again.
Okay, so Burke, you start. Actually, let me start with what I'm drinking. Eric, you do what you're drinking, and then Burke will be final.
Fair enough.
I'm drinking this shit. I'm drinking this 1800. Yeah, same as the last 2 episodes thus far. It was for my birthday. The people got it back in November. Thank you, everyone. This shit is amazing. Apparently, it's relatively affordable. I haven't looked up the price. Eric?
More Hornitos. Same as the last 2 episodes as well.
That's an ugly-ass bottle.
Yeah, it is. It looks like menthol cigarettes. That looks like the really shitty menthol cigarettes that my mom smokes.
Oh.
She's here, so.
Oh.
Blow, man. Blow.
I mean, she's on her way out.
What's her name? Serna?
I gotta do this now.
Serna? Yeah, nice one, Dan.
I don't know what your mom's name is.
Semra.
Semra.
yeah, Semra. Fucking Semra.
That's kind of close.
This is what I'm drinking. On my video feed, it shows as reverse, but for you, it might not be. It's Suntory whiskey, which I don't know if you've watched Lost in Translation, but Bill Murray does an ad for them. That's the whole reason he's in Japan in the first place. I'm not drinking tequila because I forgot that I was out. And I didn't have the good old Jimmy that I was drinking the last time I was on. So I have to drink my personal stash of good whiskey, which is a shame because the show is a fucking waste of good whiskey.
The Jimmies!
It is still Friday, so at least that's something.
All right, Burke, since it's your first time back, I'm going to make you count down for the shots. Make sure to pin yourself for the YouTube video. Oh, by the way, people who are just listening and not watching on YouTube, we're YouTube living this shit right now. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. I guess if you're listening to this post talk, that's something that needs to be stated.
Yeah. I need to say something before we do this first shot, because this is the first time we've been on video. Every time I've done a shot previously, I've taken a bite of a lime. Am I a pussy?
No, but...
Man, I mean, I hate tequila, so...
I'm just checking. I want all cards on the table right now.
The fact that you had a lime around legitimizes this whole shot-taking experience. I just take the shot and kind of sit here.
I've had limes every time.
You lucky fuck.
Every time lime!
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I don't even have the tequila, much less limes. I barely keep food in my fridge. I'm a sad excuse for a human being.
Whoa. I didn't even eat before this, so I'm fucked. Let's go.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right, well, take a shot in 3, 2, 1. Well, that's nowhere near as bad as tequila itself.
This 1800 goes down smooth as fuck, but it hits the nostrils so hard.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of how Russians drink vodka? There's like a technique to it. They usually have like a huge spread of small plates, and they don't breathe through their nose, and they sip the vodka when they take a shot. They don't let it mix with air because the oxidation makes it bitter, and alcohol vapors going up your nose makes it unpleasant.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. There's a whole technique.
It actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes a shit ton of sense.
Well, that's how they're able to get so disgustingly shit-faced drunk every time they drink. Is because
it's not
they have it
because
mastered.
Putin sucks?
Oh, please. I mean, this has been around since like the 1700s. Like this isn't recent. They are
so have
lucky.
shitty Russian rulers though.
Yeah. Man, I am sick of having to switch the video feed between us individually. So, Dan, you are now the official face of tequila because I feel like a disgusting narcissist whenever I'm on the feed.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So, first topic at hand, we wanted to, since we haven't had Burke on in a really long time, we wanted to. Oh shit! By the way, I forgot to totally start the timer. Fuck me.
It's only been like a minute. It's fine.
Okay, I'll make it like I'm gonna put like 8 minutes.
Oh, God.
For any new viewers, every 10 minutes,
Is
a
the norm.
timer goes off, and we drink another shot of tequila. And we start making even more sense.
Yeah, that's how that works. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Burke, you haven't been on in fucking forever, even though you started this stupid fucking podcast with me, and I wanted you to.
Why are you yelling at him so much?
Fuck you, man. I don't have to be here.
Well, no, you had your reasons.
Yeah,
they were good reasons.
No, I don't know if you guys mentioned it. I still haven't listened to the backlog of podcasts that I wasn't on. But I had grad school applications, and fuck you. I don't have time for this podcast. Yeah, for those not in the know, I had grad school applications due December 1st, and so I took most of November to work on that and an abstract that my project partners and I in the lab are working on for a computational neuroscience conference in February.
Right. So since it's been so long, we wanted to start this episode with Burke just talking about his general experiences with the Pixel, because it's been that long since he hasn't been on. He's had it for a while. You also got the Daydream VR headset, correct?
Yes. The Daydream came for free with my pre-order of the Pixel, and honestly, it's just fucking stunning. Like I'm really, really surprised at how well it works. So the Pixel itself, I'll start with that. I pre-ordered it the day they announced it. I've been looking for a new phone for a long time, and I was just kind of waiting on Google to release their newest iteration of whatever their official phone is. And since I got it, I've been really surprisingly happy with it. Like, it's very fast, very responsive. Google Assistant is neat, but it doesn't feel too different from Google Now. Like, the OK Google is the same. The only real difference is that you have a Siri-style conversationality to it instead of more like talking to a search engine.
So what I've seen, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've heard is that you so if you hit the little, they replaced the Google search bar with like a little pill that has the G in it, right?
Yeah, and then next to that is a clock, and that's what's at the top of your bar now. But it functions the same, except for you have to go through an extra step to get to the search.
So what I've seen is that the little pill, when you click it or pull it or whatever, it launches Google Now as a separate service, not to be confused with Google Assistant. Apparently the two are still separate things.
Yeah, they're separate. They're entirely separate because one still functions as a search bar and the other. So there's no continuity to Google Now. Like you start it and you search for something and then that's it. Anything you type in after that is a separate search. With Google Assistant, you can sort of daisy chain things. So like I'll say, okay, Google, who was in the movie Good Will Hunting? Okay.
You just set off here.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you?
That's a staple of this podcast.
Yeah, I was accidentally setting off our fucking phones. So, you'll be like, okay, who was in the movie Good Will Hunting? And it'll list off the actors. And then you'll say, okay, who did Matt Damon play in Good Will Hunting? And then it'll give you the name.
Himself, right?
Yeah.
I thought.
What? yeah, exactly. It's. I haven't actually seen Good Will Hunting.
You haven't seen Good Will Hunting?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man, that's a good movie, dude.
Yeah, I know it is. It's just like when the movie is so good that you have to like fucking
dude. Yeah, totally.
Fuck you. I don't even want to do that shit. When a movie's so good, you have to be like in the right mood and frame of mind to enjoy it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Godfather. I haven't seen Godfather because I feel like too much goes into it.
I've seen the first one and that's it.
I haven't seen any of them either. The Godfather series.
Yeah. See, and if someone was here that had actually seen it, they would be like, "You fucking heathens, kill yourself."
Oh, it happens to me all the time.
So, Bert, how often would you say you find yourself using the Daydream?
The Daydream? I just got it like a few days ago. Well, like a week ago, and I use it for shits and giggles sometimes. It's kind of nice because it's really well put together. You can just throw your phone in and get going, and having a motion controller is a huge step up from Google Cardboard. I use it because I miss my Vive, and I haven't set it up yet in my apartment because it's such a pain in the ass. Like, with the Vive, you have to mount those lighthouses, which, for those of you who don't know, are sort of localization sensors. You put one in one corner of the room, one in another corner of the room, and then when you have this... you have your headset and controllers here, the two lighthouses will look down and track where they are so you get accurate motion sensing. And because you have to position those lighthouses, it's a huge pain in the ass.
What do you feel like would work well in Daydream? Like even something as simple as, I don't know, does like Netflix work with it? Is that a good experience? Like,
I mean, it's actually really neat. One of the things that I didn't like about the Vive is you have the screen door effect, which is when the way that the lenses work on the headset essentially makes it so you can see individual pixels and it looks like you're looking through a screen door. And it's not as bad with the Pixel. The screen is higher resolution, surprisingly, than the Vive. And everything works fairly well. Yeah, I've tried YouTube VR. I've tried Hulu. I've tried the Wall Street Journal, which surprisingly has like this 3D New York penthouse environment where you can pretend you're a rich plutocrat and fucking like read the news on a giant wall-sized TV.
You can pick up a cigar and like
you can like whip your Spanish servant and
cut the minimum wage a little more. Like.
Yeah, there's a vote for Trump button in the corner.
Yeah, great.
No, it's actually pretty fucking posh.
What have you done? Have you done like that Harry Potter game? Like, what have you done in the Daydream?
No, I haven't done anything besides really what's built into it.
Strong stand.
I thought the Harry Potter thing was built into it. Like Magical Beasts or whatever the fuck game. There's like a little.
You have to download everything. The only thing that comes with the Vive, the Daydream is the Daydream app, which you download. And beyond that, everything is a separate.
Can I ask though, for Hulu, like when they play the ads, do you feel like you're like trapped in like an advertising hellscape? You know, like
I have Hulu like Double Plus or whatever the fuck it is that lets you skip ads. I'm a
okay. Good.
Oh man. So you what comes? I thought the default experience came with all that shit shipped for the Daydream, like.
No. There is no default experience because you have to download the app in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but then within the app, do you download all that content? Like,
yeah. When you go into the app, it's like a normal Android app. You can sort of scroll through a bunch of shit, and in the corner there's a small button to actually go into Daydream mode itself. And so while you're scrolling through stuff, you have to pick out. The only things that come by default with VR are YouTube and Hulu, which I already had installed, and I assume part of those apps is already set up for VR.
So what kind of content is on Hulu that's VR? Like
I don't know, the same random bullshit that's on YouTube. It's like 360-degree videos of like naturescapes and stuff.
Beyond that, not like South Park. It's not like, holy shit, I'm in South Park.
No. I mean, you can watch South Park, but it's more like being in a mood.
Okay, I'm done. Goodbye. That's it. We're done.
Yeah, all right, bye, guys.
Bert, you should turn it off just me mode so that it kind of goes between us.
Well, I don't know how to turn it off. That if I did, I would.
Oh, you don't?
I turned that off a long time ago. I hate having to switch.
Maybe if you click here, let me see how you do it here.
Dan, you can do this. You can pull up the administrator shit. You're on the Techquila account on Gmail, right?
It says I am in a moderated call.
Oh.
Well. So I think that means no. Okay, I'm counting.
Stalling.
Are you ready? You ready, dog?
No, just wait, okay? Just wait. I want to figure out how to turn off this, like, only watch Dan or only watch Burke mode. I knew this would happen.
What about me?
Within one shot, this obsessive fucking compulsive part of me is gonna have to figure out how to do this because I hate seeing one person all the time.
Okay, for now, just do me because I'm going to count down.
Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Daniel's a whore.
Tu madre.
No, my mother is a kind woman.
What's your name?
Don't you dare say that about her.
Serna? Selma, right? Like,
Selma, yeah. Selma Williams.
Okay, so
Hayek?
Is that all you have to say about the Pixel? I mean, like overall, what's the experience like with the phone? Going from you had what phone did you have before?
I had a Nexus 6, and Like, I think the biggest thing I have to say about it is the camera. It's unreal how good it is. Like, it's iPhone quality, which I've never had before. I used an iPhone briefly, and the one thing that struck me was how good and fast the camera was.
Yep. That's the one thing that the Android phones can, not all of them, but most of them suck at.
Yeah, no, it's just so fast, and that really like surprises me every time I use it because my Nexus 6 had just a garbage camera that was low resolution and slow to process, and yeah, now it's just like I can take 10 pictures in a row with HDR, and every single one will capture very quickly. And even like a friend of mine who has an iPhone was like, "Damn, this is a really nice camera. It looks like a professional quality picture."
So you'd say it's like on par with the iPhone then?
Yeah, it can compete now, which, I think that's a really strong statement. And the phone itself is smoother than an iPhone and more customizable. The widgets are just awesome.
I'm just like fucking with the 6P right now to see how fast it is. And
The
it's
6
not...
penis.
Oh, okay.
6 is a lot for that. 6 penises?
6
penises? Are you an echidna? Oh, and
no, they don't have 6. I thought it's like they shoot their penis out like a dart. I thought.
No, they have multiple penises. Echidnas have several penises.
What the fuck is an echidna?
Please pardon me.
Have you ever seen Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog? He's an echidna. So and this is my background on the phone. I really want to share it.
It's your girlfriend?
Yeah, this is my girlfriend who had a warhead, and it was too sour.
That is a nice face. That's
yeah,
cool.
Man, you can see why I love her, right?
There you go. Duh. Okay. So Eric.
It's all in the lips.
Eric brought up. So this week, was it this week that Pebble announced that they're basically out of business?
It was this week. Yeah, they're being bought by Fitbit. And to back up for a second, Pebble was kind of like one of the early Kickstarter darlings, I feel like, of 2013-ish, 2012. It's a smartwatch / wearable that enjoyed a decent amount of early success, grew into a company, obviously. What other general things can I say?
The Kickstarter was huge. I mean, I remember people freaking out about it.
No, seriously, it was like one of the earliest and probably still most impactful successes of Kickstarter, I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong or you have other opinions about that. But just this week, they announced they were being acquired by Fitbit. Fitbit is what your most annoying friend has.
The one who's a fitness freak and
the fitness tracker. So their Pebble's assets are kind of being liquidated. All their hardware team are being laid off, but all their software teams going over to Fitbit now. I believe the figure thrown out there is like 40% of staff is being retained, and that works for Fitbit. The reason I wanted to bring this up is with them, dying off like this. The question I have for the two of you and the world as a whole, I'm going to try and fight through that. How is that whiskey burp? Was that good? How's it smell?
You see, the difference between tequila and whiskey is that I enjoy the burps after instead of feeling like I'm a dying whale on a beach.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like my insides are rotting out. I'm actually enjoying this.
Why did you put me as presenter? Eric's talking.
Oh yeah. Fuck. This is like the worst, most confusing interface for an online stream.
Well, I guess that could be like a segue into how much Hangouts blows.
No. Please don't segue yet, because I didn't even fucking finish my sentence.
No, okay, so the Pebble had like the tech community fucking loved just all the Pebble devices, and it was kind of like a
newcomer. That's what it was.
It was
new on the scene.
It was the upstart that started the wearable thing.
Yeah, which is surprising because, like, in the end, their wearable became the one that was so unremarkable that people forgot about it.
Yeah, it ended up looking the worst. Like, I recently, I haven't thought about Pebble in a while, which is maybe part of the problem why they're being acquired right now. But like, I pulled up like the most recent images of like their newest model. I'm like, okay, this looks like chunky and like.
It looks like.
attractive.
Have you seen the Fitbit watch?
Yeah,
It looks like the Fitbit watch, but like thicker and uglier, which is really difficult. Like
definitely what you want to go for in a wearable. Thicker, uglier. Prompts questions about what is that.
yeah. So Pebble, I guess like tier, they're gone, but I mean, pay homage to them.
Well, but what I wanted to ask before I was not rudely interrupted. You were well within your rights to do that. Before I was interrupted by Burke's.
You were well within your rights, you fucking cunt.
The question I wanted to pose is like, okay, so like we got Apple's iWatch, we've got the Fitbit. What do people want from a wearable? Is this a dead end? Like, is this a dead end? Basically, like what will get it onto like people's wrists? Like, what do we want from a wearable?
What the entire Pebble brand failed at was that they went the like techie functionality route, which I think Burke and I can both speak to. Him having owned the first generation of Moto 360, and me having bought it off him and then eBaying it after getting bored with it.
Yeah, I mean that's like in an essence what my issue with it is that
it's not doing anything fun. It
looks
boring.
good, but there's not much you can do with it. You know, text messages will show up on your wrist, but if you have cross-device functionality, you already have that. You're working at your desktop and you see it show up. If you're navigating to somewhere, it's not going to be particularly useful to you to have the navigation direction show up on your wrist.
It's fun, but like. It's just take out your phone. Like
yeah. At this point,
but actually,
like, I'm not.
Pebble couldn't even do that, right? Like Pebble was like locked out by Apple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was a problem.
So yeah, it would only work on Android devices, and it worked like minimally on iPhones, I believe.
Stop!